Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there, zipping between the stars? We know about planets, asteroids, and comets in our own solar system. But what about visitors from outside our solar system? These are called interstellar objects, and while they sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, they're very real. In 2017, we spotted the first one ever, a cigar-shaped rock named Oumuamua. Then in 2019, another one called Borisov flew. These were just the first two we've ever confirmed, which means there are likely thousands, maybe millions more hurtling through the galaxy. Now, most of these cosmic travelers are harmless. They'll just pass through our neighborhood and continue on their lonely journey through the void. But here's the unsettling thought that keeps astronomers up at night. What if one of them wasn't so harmless? What if there's a massive interstellar object on a direct collision course with Earth? This isn't just about a bad day. We're talking about an event that could potentially wipe us out completely. It's an extinction-level event, just like the one that took out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. The key difference? The dinosaur killer was a local, one of our own solar system's asteroids. An interstellar object would be a complete stranger, coming at us from the depths of space with little to no warning. So, let's break down why these interstellar objects are a completely different level of threat. It all comes down to two things: speed and surprise. Objects within our solar system, like asteroids from the asteroid belt, follow predictable orbits around the sun. We can track them, calculate their paths for decades, even centuries, into the future. We have a whole network of telescopes, a planetary defense system dedicated to spotting these potential threats. If we find one that's on a collision course, we'd likely have years, maybe even decades of warning. That gives us time to come up with a plan, maybe send a spacecraft to nudge it off course or use some other clever technology we haven't even invented yet. But interstellar objects play by a different set of rules. They aren't bound by our sun's gravity in the same way. They're screaming through the galaxy at incredible speeds. Oumuamua was traveling at about 196,000 miles per hour relative to the sun. That's so fast that by the time we spot it, it might already be too late. Think about it. Our current detection systems are designed to look for things moving in predictable patterns. An interstellar object would appear as a faint, fast-moving dot coming from a totally unexpected direction. We might only get a few months, or if we're really unlucky, just a few weeks of warning. And at those insane speeds, trying to stop it would be like trying to stop a bullet with a piece of paper. The sheer kinetic energy would be catastrophic. Let's imagine the worst-case scenario. A large interstellar object, say a few kilometers wide, is on a collision course with Earth. We spot it, but we only have a year's notice. What happens next? The impact itself would be biblical. It would strike with the force of millions of nuclear bombs, creating a crater over 100 kilometers wide. Anything near the impact zone would be instantly vaporized. But that's just the beginning. The impact would throw trillions of tons of dust, rock, and soot into the atmosphere, blanketing the entire planet in a thick, dark cloud. This isn't just a bit of shade. This cloud would block out the sun for months, maybe even years. This is what we call an impact winter. Without sunlight, global temperatures would plummet. Photosynthesis would stop, killing off most plant life on land and in the oceans. This would cause a complete collapse of the food chain. Herbivores would starve, and then the carnivores that prey on them would follow. For us humans, agriculture would become impossible. We'd be plunged into a new, global ice age, fighting for survival in a dark, frozen world. The initial impact would be devastating, but the long, slow starvation and freezing in the aftermath is what would truly threaten our existence as a species. So, are we just sitting ducks waiting for a cosmic sniper to take us out? Not exactly. The scientific community is taking this threat very, very seriously. The discovery of Oumuamua and Borisov was a huge wake-up call. It proved that interstellar visitors are not just a theory. Now, astronomers are developing new strategies to find them. This includes building more powerful telescopes, like the upcoming Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile. This incredible piece of tech will scan the entire visible sky every few nights, creating a massive dynamic map of the cosmos. Its goal is to catalog anything and everything that moves, which will dramatically increase our chances of spotting an interstellar object while it's still far away. Think of it like upgrading from a pair of binoculars to a state-of-the-art satellite surveillance system. The more of the sky we can see and the more often we can look at it, the less likely we are to be surprised. The goal is to extend that warning time from months to decades. If we have a 20 or 30-year heads-up, our options open up dramatically. We could potentially design and launch a mission to intercept the object. This isn't about blowing it up like in the movies, which could just create a deadly shotgun blast of smaller pieces. Instead, the leading idea is something called a kinetic impactor. This is basically a heavy, high-speed spacecraft that we would intentionally crash into the object. It sounds counterintuitive, but the goal isn't destruction. It's about deflection. You're giving the object a tiny, tiny nudge. But over the course of 20 or 30 years, that tiny nudge adds up. Like a gentle push on a bowling ball at the start of a very long lane, by the time it reaches the pins, or in this case, Earth's orbit, it has veered off course by just enough to miss us completely. It's a delicate cosmic game of pool, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Other futuristic ideas being explored include gravity tractors, where we'd fly a heavy spacecraft alongside the object and use its tiny gravitational pull to slowly tug it off course over many years. The sheer scale of the universe means that a direct hit from a large interstellar object is an incredibly rare event. We're talking about odds of millions, maybe even billions, to one in any given century. So, you definitely shouldn't lose any sleep over this tonight. The chances of it happening in our lifetime are astronomically small. However, rare doesn't mean impossible. In cosmic terms, if something can happen, it eventually will. That's why the work of planetary defense is so crucial. It's the ultimate insurance policy for humanity. It's about being prepared for the worst-case scenario, no matter how unlikely it seems. It's a humbling reminder that we live in a dynamic and sometimes dangerous cosmic neighborhood, but it's also a testament to human ingenuity. We are the first species on this planet that has the ability to understand this threat and, hopefully, do something about it. The dinosaurs never saw their doom coming. They just looked up one day and the sky was on fire. We have the privilege of foresight. We can use science and technology to be the guardians of our own planet. And by studying these mysterious interstellar visitors, we not only learn how to protect ourselves, but we also learn more about the formation of other solar systems and our own place in this vast, incredible universe. The story of interstellar objects is really just beginning. We've only just opened the door to this new cosmic reality. The more we look, the more we'll find, and the more we'll understand. It's a field of science filled with both profound danger and incredible discovery. It forces us to think on a planetary scale and work together as a species to ensure our long-term survival. So next time you look at the stars, remember the silent travelers passing through, and appreciate the brilliant minds here on Earth working to make sure our future remains bright. Thanks so much for hanging out and diving into this cosmic topic with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more mind-bending science, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what you think about interstellar threats. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.